Welcome to day 93 of 1,350 days. Now today I have 8 sales to report, so we're bringing the total to a nice round number, 1,200 sales in total at the moment. It's not a whole lot to report on that's taken place in the last week, so I thought I'd make a more in-depth video, a video I've been meaning to make for a while. Going into and explaining what a definite chief aim is. Now, the relevance of this to my channel, 1,350 days, is basically the DCA is what got this whole thing started. I wrote my DCA back in, I think, March or April of this year, after reading Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, I think for the 3rd time. Finally decided to get round to doing one, and having done that DCA is what inspired me to then make this channel. Now, I'm aware that the book is very popular and lots of you who are watching this video may have read it, so I want to break it down, break the DCA down, explain a few things about it so that you can use it for yourself. So first thing I want to do is show you the 6 steps as per the book Think and Grow Rich.
So right here we have the 6 steps to creating your DCA, and I hope you can see these. First, fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It's not sufficient to merely say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There's no such reality as something for nothing. Third, establish a definite date you intend to possess the money you desire. Fourth, create a plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. Fifth, write out a clear and concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. So that 5th step is just basically the first 4 rolled into one. 6, read your written statement out aloud twice daily, once before retiring at night and once after arising in the morning. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. So once you've written it out, that's the clear instruction of what you've got to do. So let's see how that translates. As I said, that DCA, or those instructions there in Napoleon's Hill book, is what eventually ended up inspiring this channel. So I, Joe Barnes, will be in possession of £1,500,000 by the 18th of March 2023. In return for this money, I'll write a series of outstanding personal development books, having accumulated sales of over 1 million copies. So there you go. There you have the date, 18th of March 2023.
So now that I've read you guys or gone through the DCA in the book and also read you my one, I want to explain a little bit about it, to elaborate on it, so I can go through the relevance and maybe help you set your own ones. So step 1 being fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Now you saw with my DCA that I said £1,500,000. I had to figure that out, and to be honest, the more motivating factor for me is the book sales. I've always had in mind that I want to reach 1 million copies sold of my books. So I figured out that 1 million sales would probably equate to £1,500,000. Maybe it would be a bit more, but I just put 1,500,000 down. So the second point, the exact is what you intend to give in return for the money. Obviously, I wrote on my statement, outstanding personal development books. You can't just say, I want this amount of money by this amount of time. You've got to state what you are going to do for that money, and you've got to be crystal clear about what you're going to do. Third point, establish a date when you intend to possess the money. So obviously for me it's the 18th of March 2023, hence this channel. That was important to me. You may have watched a previous video where I said I've been pursuing this dream of becoming a best-selling author since, well, I would say in earnest since 2007. July 2007 is when I started writing consistently every single day. I had the idea, the plan, the dream was really formed probably in April of 2002. So that's a hell of a long time. We're getting on for 2 entire decades. So that's why I reached the point earlier this year when I said, look, enough is enough. I've got to do this. I've got to become a best-selling author. And I decided the date of the 18th of March 2023 because I thought that puts me under a hell of a lot of pressure. It's hard to achieve, but it's not impossible. I can do it. And, you know, God damn it, this thing needs to happen now. I can't wait another decade for this to happen. So it's to create a sense of urgency about this whole thing. Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire. And this is so important. Pay attention here. Begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. Obviously, my plan is writing personal development books. I've got one released. I've got one coming out in February. I've got one I'm working on right now. But what I really want to focus on, and possibly the most important point of this entire video, is where he's instructing you to carry out your plan for your desire at once. Now, this is something I can't believe that I never actually realized this part of the DCA before. You know, I'd written it out. I thought 1 million copies of my book. And even before I'd written my DCA out, I was frequently focusing on the number 1 million, reaching 1 million sales. You know, I've been doing that for years, but never did that actually translate into working every single day on my DCA or on my particular dream. Yep, I do work related to it every single day, but I wasn't actually writing every single day on upcoming books until probably May this year. And I want to show you guys something quickly. And I take you over to my office area. So here we go. Look, you can see my Screw the System plan up on the wall. That's right in front of me when I'm working. And look, you can see various different things crossed out, the things I've achieved. So okay, look, you can see that I go through sequentially, one task after the other, and I think it's really important to only focus on one thing at a time. But look, right at the bottom of the list we have Write and Complete Genius Book, which is my third book. Basically, I was going to go through all of that list, and you can see by the dates I've done it. I don't know how clear that is. 5th of September last year, 13th of September, then we go all the way to November, then we go all the way to August of this year. It was taking me a hell of a long time. So when would I ever get down to doing Complete the Genius Book? So what I had to do, what I realized after I written my DCA and read Napoleon Hill's statement that you work on it, stating that you should work on it every single day, I thought, I've got to start doing that. So what I did is I set aside initially 30 minutes every single day where I would write on my my genius book effectively. So I had to work on it every single day. Now clearly I'm doing lots of other stuff. You saw on the wall that I was designing a website. It's just ready to launch. I'm now working on my AMS marketing campaign, which you guys know about from previous videos. So it's not like I'm not doing any work related to my bigger dream, but he makes the point of, you know, create a plan of how you're going to accumulate this amount of money or this goal, and then work on it every single day and begin at once. And I just want to get across to you guys how important that is, even if it's just for 30 minutes. So point number 5, okay, that's basically writing it all out. And as I showed you my statement, it's an example of how to do it. And you can scroll back in the video and read that so that you know, maybe give you help with the wording. Point number 6, read your statement out aloud twice a day, just upon waking up and just before going to bed. Napoleon Hill says, and many other authors say, this is when your subconscious, it's easiest to get a message across to your subconscious. And the whole idea is that by repeating this day in, day out, you are contacting your subconscious mind, which in turn has a connection with the infinite intelligence. So the more real this becomes to you, and Napoleon Hill instructs you to see, feel, and believe yourself in possession of the money, that's what penetrates the layers of the subconscious and gets down into your soul. Do that, and the infinite intelligence will communicate with you with ideas about how to achieve your DCA. So it's a loop. You have to send a strong message out, and in return you will get ideas, book titles, for example, in my case, or ideas about who I can contact and connections I need to make in order to become a best-selling author. So I hope this video has helped you guys. I think it's a really important one. This whole channel is based on that DCA and this concept of doing something every single day, working towards that. I just think that's so powerful and so overlooked. It's so easy to have a dream and say, this is what I want to do, and think about it all the time, but you've actually got to take specific targeted action every day towards making that dream happen. So I hope that helps. Join me in day 100, which will be next week, and I will see you then.